All right, good afternoon, folks. This is Jason with the Primal Outdoors channel, and today we're going to be doing some salmon smoking. Now, I recently went with Megan, and we took a fishing trip out onto the Columbia River with a buddy of mine, and we were able to catch some coho salmon. We were only able to catch hatchery fish, but we did all catch at least one legal fish. It was a good time, and it was nice to come back with some salmon. But what I want to do is we're going to have some of the salmon we're going to kind of keep, and we'll just kind of cook as we want it. But I'm getting ready to take off on another big trip to the Oahe Canyons, and I thought it would be nice to be able to take some of this salmon and smoke it so I have something that I can snack on when I'm either driving or just hiking around. So we've got the Green Mountain Grill. I haven't used this in a good long time. I decided to clear some space in the van and get it out here, and would spend a couple days smoking some of this salmon. Now, I've never really smoked salmon before, other than just like cooking it for dinner, but not like making it more of a snack like smoked salmon. So I'm just going by the directions that Green Mountain Grill has for doing this. So I've got the ingredients that they've listed. We've got some brown sugar, onion powder, kosher salt, garlic powder, and they actually called for white pepper. I didn't pay attention close enough. I just saw pepper, and then when I looked at it a little bit closer, I saw that was white pepper, but I've got black pepper here. And then, of course, I've got my salmon fillets. They're already cut up. That was all done for us after the fishing trip. The guide cleaned everything for us and sent us on our way. So we're going to go ahead today, and the first thing we need to do is we're just going to make a rub with all of this ingredients. I'm just going to mix it up here in the bowl, and then we're going to rub that all into the salmon and then stack it and wrap it all with saran wrap, and then we're going to put it back in the refrigerator for about 24 hours before we actually start smoking it. All right, so let's get right into mixing the ingredients. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this brown sugar. We're supposed to have 2 cups of that. Got my cup mixer. Just 1 cup into the bowl, 2 cups in the bowl. Not being super precise, I don't think it really matters for a rub, but. And then kosher salt, we're supposed to have 1/2 cup of that. Like I mentioned already, we're just following directions. Is this 1/2 cup? That's 1/2 cup. So 1/2 cup kosher salt. Okay, bam. And then onion powder is just referring to my directions. 1/4 cup onion powder. So let's find our 1/4 cup. We got 1/8 cup, 1/4 cup. All right, so bang that in there. Move this to the side so you guys can kind of see better what we got going on. And then we also need a 1/4 cup of garlic powder. So we'll throw that in there. That is my 1/4 cup, right? Yep, okay. All right, so now we put that. Now the white pepper, which we're supposed to use, they call for 3 tablespoons. So I'm not really going to measure that. I'm just going to grind some in here, and when it looks kind of like 3 tablespoons, then we'll stop. I'll say that's probably enough. All right, we'll just use this spoon here, and I'm just going to kind of, best as you guys can see here, just kind of mixing this up. We're going to mix it up really good. All right, I think that looks pretty good. You guys can kind of see there. Sun's even coming out a little bit here, so they shine on there. But See, I got it pretty well mixed in. So we're laying the fillet skin side down for the first one. And then we're going to take this rub and we're going to put it all over. I feel like this is, I can't remember how many fillets it said it was for, but we're just going to rub this all in, rub it right into the meat real good. Anybody who's done this before, if you have any good recipes or any other suggestions for things that I could be doing better, if you've seen me doing something, because like I said, this isn't something I've actually done before, I am all ears on this, because I definitely want to do this more. So now I'm just actually taking the other fillet and I'm just laying it on the bag here and I'm rubbing it in. And the reason why is because I'm going to lay this fillet on the other one flat, or flesh side to the other flesh side. So, okay. So basically there, so you can kind of see what I got going on. And then I'm going to just take it and lay it right over the top like that. And I'm going to take and rub a little bit onto the skin here. I don't know, what do you guys think? Am I putting too much on here? Putting too little on here? There's got to be some guys that are quite versed in this. Like that. Okay. So now we've got kind of a big mess here is what we got. I am going to try to clean up my hands a minute. We're going to start wrapping this up, because what we need to do now is basically this whole mess now needs to go in my refrigerator. So I'm going to try to wrap it pretty tight, but this whole mess needs to go in my refrigerator now for about, they said anywhere from 12 to 48 hours. So I'm probably going to go with 12 or 24 hours. Let it sit in there. And then we'll get it back out and put it in the smoker. All right, so I've got this thing all wrapped up, and I've decided, just because I don't want to take the chance of anything leaking out of this, I wrapped it really good, but I don't want to take a chance of anything leaking into my Iceco refrigerator. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it in a Ziploc bag on top of that. I don't know if that will have any effect on anything. Just want to make sure that we don't end up with a fishy, smelly mess inside the refrigerator. But there it is. So like I said, I'm just going to throw this into my little Iceco refrigerator that's in the van. I'm supposed to flip it every 6 hours, so we'll do that. And then we'll bring you guys back on when we start the smoking process. All right, folks, so we're a couple days into this. I went ahead and had all the fish in the refrigerator. It's actually been in the refrigerator now for probably around 36 or so hours, or maybe a bit longer, but we've got it all laid out. We got it all out of the bags. We got it all laid out, and we're just waiting on the smoker right now to get up to temperature. Now, for the recipe they have for the Green Mountain smoker is that you get it up to 150, which is kind of its base temp. And then we'll put the fish into the smoker and let it smoke for about 5 to 6 hours. They say we should be able to get the meat, the internal temperature of the meat, up to about 150, and we should hold it there for at least 30 minutes to make it safe. It looks like we're about up to temperature, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll lay these in here. So yeah, we'll catch you guys back up in about 5 hours. All right, folks, well, we're sitting about 5 o'clock, so the fish have been on the smoker now for just about 5.5 hours, which I think should be plenty of time. They said we should do it for anywhere from 5 to 6 hours. It's been going all day, so let's open this thing up and see what we got going on. And wow, yeah, that looks really good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the fish off the smoker, and I've just got some tin foil laid here. They suggest that you take it off and wrap it and let it cool, so that it kind of keeps some of the moisture in. We're gonna do that on each piece. Oh yeah, it feels really good. Still feels like there's some tenderness to the fish. It doesn't just feel like dried out and hard, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm really excited about this. I think this is gonna be really good. So yeah, we're just gonna get all of these out, and then I'm gonna let them cool. And the next step is going to be, after they cool down, I'm going to vacuum pack them, and then that way they will, keep good. And then I'll keep some of them in my freezer in the back of the van, and I'll put some in the refrigerator for snacking. But these should make some awesome snacks for the trail once I'm out in the Oahe. All right, folks, well, it's the next day. I went ahead and wrapped everything up in tin foil, let it rest for a little bit, and then just put it in the refrigerator overnight. So we're going to today work on vacuum sealing it. I've got the Jackery 1000 out, and that's what we're going to run the vacuum sealer. And in fact, the Jackery 1000 was what I ran the smoker on the whole 5 hours yesterday, and it actually only used about 5% of the battery to run the smoker for 5.5, 6 hours yesterday. Plus, we also cooked our meal with it. Yeah, it doesn't use much power, so that's nice. But we are gonna, like I said, we use the Jackery 1000 to power the vacuum sealer, and we're gonna get all this vacuum sealed up so that way we can have it for snacks for my next adventure, which is we're going to be traveling to the Oahe, and I'm going to be spending some time with some friends chukar hunting and doing some bass fishing along the Oahe River. So I think these will make for some great snacks. I did go ahead and have a piece, and it's really good. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Simple recipe, great way to spend some time in the outdoors, just hanging out, smoking some meat. And I definitely feel like I like to do some of this more. I don't think I'll keep the smoker in the van full time just because it is a large item. But like if I get some chukar and some fish out of this next adventure, I can see myself bringing some of that home, grabbing the smoker out again, and then spending a few days out somewhere like this and smoking some more meat. So if you guys would like to see that, definitely leave a comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below, and likes definitely help as well. But anyways, guys, we're going to wrap this project up. Like I said, we're going to get everything vacuum sealed so that way we can store it for longer term. And then we're going to get wrapped up here and start preparing for that Oahe trip. So I hope, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys again outside.